Is your sword style self-taught?
Yep.
Your grips need work, but otherwise it's okay.
Is that a compliment?
Of course not.
No, it is.
Huh?
Whoa! We're in Gramps' domain!
Gramps' domain is pretty strong.
Indeed. Sure is a lot of gold lying around out there.
Looks like there's something nearby.
Mushrooms! Are they safe to eat?
The ones closest to you are okay, but stay away from the ones in the back.
You got it!
Wow, how do you know all that?
It's just common knowledge.
This forest, it's so rich and abundant with life.
Yeah, that's the power of Gramps' blessed domain.
Oh, so it's Gramps' domain that makes it feel this way?
It's a sizable amount of power. Even among high-ranking Seraphim, there are very few on his level.
That's Gramps for you. Anyone comes by who's up to no good, they get zapped in the butt with lightning. Pow!
He can wield lightning?
Yep, he lights up the sky like fireworks.
I sure remember fireworks when it came to him and you.
Well, figuratively.
Oh, and that explains all the mushrooms.
Huh?
Oh, right! Where Monday's lightning strikes the ground, Tuesday's mushrooms will be found.
Ray to thank for this harvest.
Hey! No, it wasn't like that. I don't want to let out yet. This is here. Gramps! How are you?
You stupid brats!
Whoa, what's this all about?
Don't you have something to say to me first? I don't remember raising a fool!
I'm sorry for leaving without telling you.
It's good to be home.
Nice to meet you. My name is Rose.
Well, in any case, I'm glad to see you're safe. The Lady Squire is welcome here as well.
You can tell that I'm a squire?
Of course I can. Sorey became the shepherd, and Micleo is now a sublord, correct? Which would mean that the Prime Lord is the Lady of the Lake, then.
It has been a long time, Sir Zenris.
You don't have to say anything. History repeats itself. It makes the world go round.
True, but I still want to believe in them, and believe that they can bring forth a new future.
Well, I'm glad you've all found such a nice Prime Lord. Hey, by the way, did my pipe come in handy?
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about the pipe, as long as it was useful to you.
But I'll give it back. I don't need it anymore.
Keep it for yourself.
Really, I'm okay. You know, I've grown up a lot through this journey.
Bratty as ever, aren't you? Please, take this with you.
Thanks, Gramps.
No, I should be the one thanking you.
Sorey, why don't we take a little break here?
Are you tired?
No, but it's a good idea to take a solid break to rejuvenate. Totes, let's do it.
Sure. I did want to chat with everyone in Elysia, too.
All right, later.
where Mikleo and Lila went. Shh.
I see. Just as I thought, they...
Come on. Wait.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't aware of it and made the pact.
No. It was of their own decision that they made the pact with you. What they make of it will be up to them.
I'll support them with all I have, so that we won't repeat the same mistake.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could do for the previous shepherd.
Perhaps. But sometimes I can't help but wonder. Surely I could have done more than I did back then.
Everything is tied to their fate, and their fates are yet intertwined.
Yes. Thanks to you, Sir Zenris.
No, you and those kids forged that bond. My role in this is done. All I can do now is worry about them.
There are times when things go awry, but their purity and virtue gives me hope. I want to accompany them on their journey. This time, there will be no regrets.
I see. Perhaps this is also how humans and seraphim should coexist as a whole.
I'm glad I was able to talk to you.
And I with you. Please, take care of them.
Weren't they just talking about us?
Looks like it.
Why don't we ask?
Mikleo,
I guess we shouldn't eavesdrop on their conversation.
if Gramps has something to tell us, he'll tell us straight up.
Yeah, same with Lila.
What's that?
Huh? Unbelievable.
What's wrong?
Shh, it's nothing. Keep still.
Whoa, check out that beetle!
Be quiet! Don't you know what that is?
What is it?
An aroundite stag beetle.
Is that good?
It's incredibly rare. Atlas beetles die within a year, but stag beetles can survive the winter months with a typical lifespan of 3 years. This one in particular has remarkable tolerance to cold. It can be packed in snow on all sides and still not freeze to death. Some have been known to last for over a decade. They were thought to have gone extinct 100 years ago or so. I've only heard them whispered in legend before today.
Whoa, neat! The phantom beetle!
Understand? So be quiet.
Right. Don't want it to get away.
It already did, while Deza was blabbing on and on about it.
It what?
Not that I can blame it.
The entrance to the ruins is supposed to be really well hidden.
We better be extra diligent in our search. Alicia's cleared a suspicion, right?
You mean the suspicion that she was communicating secretly with the Roland's Empire?
Yeah. I heard that she got arrested for that.
It was probably just a false accusation to lure you into war.
Yeah, and we kept our promise. They have no reason to keep her detained.
I hope you're right.
But the situation is different than before.
Huh?
I'd imagine so. There was that clash with the Roland's Empire, you know?
So, if she'd seek peace with them in this situation...
It would only make things worse for her.
Too bad she's not the type to just sit patiently in times like this.
Alicia is part of the royal family. The Chancellor shouldn't be able to do anything so brazen.
I sure hope so.
Found it. Totally found it.
This is it?
It hasn't been eroded by the waterfall at all. If it wasn't recently made, then that means...
It's using seraphic arts. This ruin must date from the Temperance of Avarost.
Correct. This is Lefay, the Shrine of the Trial of Water. It has been some time since we were visited by a shepherd.
I'm the shepherd Sorey.
I'm the Prime Lord, Lila. You must be a servant of the Water Lord, Amanak.
Indeed. I'm Alto, the Protector Seraph who serves Amanak.
I'll get right to the point. What must we do to obtain the spiritual power?
My sword! Where? Where is my sword?
Back!
Holy crap!
Swords?
There's something above.
That is Azura.
I've heard of him. A powerful Hellion sustained by rage and able to fight eternally without rest.
Is the trial to quell Azura?
No. To receive the spiritual power, you must find out the reason why Azura became a Hellion to begin with.
We can't just purify him? We have to know the reason?
If you truly are the shepherd, you should know why that is important.
Right.
Psychotherapy, my favorite.
It isn't called a trial for nothing. I wish you luck.
The water trial. Guess it's my time to shine, huh?
You'll be fine. It doesn't technically hurt.
Technically.
What are those things? They look like eyes!
That's because they are eyes. I didn't realize arts like this were still alive. don't know how to describe this one.
Darkened Eye. It's known for its art attacks. It squirts things from places. Sleeping Dragon! Quite a fearsome fighting style.
From my standpoint, you're the one that's fearsome.
Is this the diary of a shepherd?
A swordsmith suddenly visited by a seraph.
Okay, here's the Scylla is dangerous no matter how close you are to it.
So then what do we do?
Why don't you go figure it out? Captain Ewan! The crap out of it. Be gone! Echo Shot! Eat this! Echo Shot! Be gone! Take this! Eat this! Echo Shot! Rising Sand! Whoa! Rising Sand! Be gone! Cry out! Overbringer! Cry out! Overbringer! Echo Shot! Take this! Breakthrough! Release Overbringer! You're pretty much screwed. Eat this! Iron Curse! Take this! Iron Curse! Release my Scrapsy! That will cut! Iron Curse! Take this! Purify the Earth! There's Sizzle! Echo Shot! Rising Sand! Rising Sand! Iron Curse!
Try this on! What a formidable opponent! Can't hold back!
This colossal Hellion blocks all water attacks.
but we can win if we attack its other weak points. I was clearly the star of that battle.
It's easiest to notice the dimmer stars when they shine, they say.
Here they are. Give it your all!
Radiant focus! I got you! Focus! Sonic Blast! Sword Flare! Try this on!
Earthborn! The kind that can work. Use arms. Take this!
Return force!
do some fortune telling. Please, pick one.
No way, I don't believe in that stuff, is what Rose would say.
Rose is indeed quite down to earth.
Hey, ask me! I do believe in that stuff, you know? More of the Shepherd's Diary?
Looks like it. I remember this place was in the Celestial Record.
Why is a Shepherd's Diary in a place like this?
Can't be a coincidence.
Definitely improving more.
Yep, thanks to all of you.
Thanks to us, indeed.
Well, every little bit helps.
Stand strong! May your knowledge be gone! No escape! Rising Sands! Rising Sands! Echo shot! I need a hand! Take this! Eat this! trees!
Ocean Blitz! Azure Assault! Burst! Ocean Blitz! Azure Assault! Earthborn!
Eat this! Echo shot! Rock Ringer! I need a hand!
Echo Shot! Rock Ringer!
Rising sweet dreams!
Splitting Torch! Azure Assault!
Rotating giant!
Right out! Rock Ringer! Azure Assault!
Eat this!
Right out! Rock Ringer!
Rising sand!
Echo Shot!
What a formidable opponent!
Don't underestimate.
They say it's the first 100 years that matter. Huh? It's a proverb. Could that relate to the number of legs they have? Its name says it all. 100 feet! Isn't it wonderful? Can't you feel it?
Can't you tell us something helpful? So come on, everyone!
Rain of fire! Burning shot! Killers of fire! Rain of fire! Burning shot! Killers of fire!
Encourage!
Incredible knife handling. Do you have anything?
I'm not hiding anything, I swear!
Poor shepherd.
He's veered into a dangerous headspace.
What did you expect?
There should be a vista point nearby.
These traps aren't working. They're all busted.
Serves him right, the creepy eyeball things.
We can rest for a bit.
It'd be a miracle if they had been working. These date all the way back to the Temperance of Avarost.
Here we go again. In English, that means...
So, the era known as the Temperance of Avarost was when Seraphic civilization reached its peak.
A great many buildings and artifacts from those times were crafted using the power of seraphic arts.
So the era of wiggy magic everywhere, basically. We're talking ages and ages ago?
Yeah, older than even Edna.
Sorey.
Yow!
It's thought that the Temperance preceded the era of the gods, but not a great deal is known for certain. Many vital records were lost during the age known as the Dark Period.
But these Shrines of Trials have preserved relics of things that could only have been made by Seraphim. They're precious evidence that the Temperance of Avarost really and truly happened.
Even a bunch of weird-ass eyeballs can be a treasure if you've got the right mindset, huh?
Yeah, you can't fathom the true meaning of legends until you've seen their history with your own eyes, so to speak.
Ha! You look just like Maven when you say that.
Indeed. The face of a hopeless romantic.
A charitable way to say naive simpleton.
down, throwing us every which way. Whoever built this shrine's a real piece of work.
Such meticulous design. He or she must have labored very diligently.
Correction. You're a real piece of work.
Could the owner of this diary be...
Azura!
Don't even try it. You'll just injure yourself.
Pick something up. capabilities as a shepherd.
Well, I think he's quite talented.
I think you're kind of overrating him.
And his friendship with you makes it all the better.
I think you're definitely overrating that.
Do you think Maltran came here as well?
Even if she did, it wouldn't do her any good.
Only the shepherd has what it takes to get anywhere in a place like this.
A shepherd, or his antithesis.
Hey, you think Azura is really a Hellion?
Yes, I can feel its malevolence and domain.
Why? Do you think it's a fake or something?
Well, I mean, isn't it kind of strange? Why would they let a dangerous Hellion like that roam around freely?
Why would a Protector Seraph just leave it be?
Yeah, they're supposed to be powerful, high-ranked Seraphim, right?
It probably has to do with the trial. Protector Seraphim are given special tasks.
Sounds like a pretty convenient excuse.
Yeah, I can't say that it isn't.
You don't have to put it that way.
You should know too. Seraphim aren't exactly models of virtue.
They're not exactly heroes of justice either.
Well, that's...
Sold! You two sure sound so convincing when you team up.
As long as you got the gist.
Yep, if that's the trial, I'm up for it.
Is that Azura?
This isn't it either! Where is it? Where is my sword?
His sword?
Is it normal for Hellions to attack each other?
I am the shepherd! It is my job to defeat the Hellions!
So, Azura is a shepherd.
A shepherd who became a Hellion.
Give it back! Sword back! You stole my sword, didn't you?
Azura is a Hellion of anger. The cause of this anger ought to be what made him a Hellion.
You mean because his sword was stolen?
No. There's more to it. May your knowledge seep from you! Focus!
Right out! Take this! Focus on defending! Right out! Take this! Be gone!
Crap out of it.
Rising sand! Right out!
Healing power! Despair!
Be gone! Right out! Be gone!
Healing power!
Offer your protection! Eat this!
Healing power!
Raging giant! That will take this! Rising sand! Right out! Take
Sorey, bring him down with all your strength!
Rising Star!
Don't push yourself, Lila!
Be gone! Cry out! Rising Star! Take them all!
Adapt! Return to void!
Be gone! Iron Heart! Take this!
Multiple times!
Echo Shot! Take this! Be gone!
Give it all! Won't lose! It will end here!
Be gone! Iron Heart! Take this!
Step it over!
Take this!
Go!
Be gone! Echo Shot! Rampage Attack! Cry out! Be gone! Iron Heart! Take this! Cry out!
Say zero! Here it goes! Aim and fire!
Pierce
and explode! Break on through! Say
Be
zero!
gone!
Ocean
Cry out!
first!
Be gone! That won't work!
Shatter delusion! Break on through! Say zero!
Cry out!
Splitting! Pierce and explode!
Cry out!
Ocean flash!
Echo Shot!
Fire!
Don't interfere!
This can't end my all here!
Rising Star!
Don't interfere!
Be gone!
Don't interfere!
Rising Star! That won't work! Rising Star! Cry out! Rising Star! Cry out! Take this! Be gone! Echo Shot! Take this!
Dancing flames!
Take this!
Give it back! That sword has the power to cleave malevolence!
Enough! We know that you want to help people.
Power to cleave Hellions! Chaos! And those filthy humans!
Humans? Oh no.
I shall destroy anything that summons malevolence!
What does he want to do? Cut down the whole world?
That's the reason why Azura became a Hellion.
Correct.
That voice!
This is the spiritual power of water.
Rising Star! Cry out! Take this! Ready? Go!
Don't interfere!
Rising Star! That won't work!
Don't interfere!
Rising Star! Cry out! Take this!
Burn to a crisp! Out of my way!
Rampage Attack!
Back! Alto!
He's trying to say something.
Give me my sword back! Alto!
Altul?
He's gone.
He was the shepherd long ago. Even if he was purified, his body has already deteriorated.
So his rage alone kept him going.
The problem is Altul. Do you think that he stole Azura's sword?
Let's go back and get the story from him straight.
If Azura really was the shepherd, then that makes Altul.
Yes, he was likely the seraph who formed a pact with Azura.
Just like everyone else has with me. We've defeated Azura.
Much appreciated.
Are you who we think you are?
It is as you suspect. I am the seraph who guided Azura to the way of the shepherd and used him as a vessel.
You stole his sword?
I did.
This is something special.
You can tell with one look.
This sword is made from a rare metal called mithril. It truly does have enough power to cleave the world.
Is that why you stole it and hid it?
Yes. I was probably the one he wanted to slay most of all. But I had no choice. He was pure to the core, and it was that shining purity that tore him apart with worry, and eventually cost him his very soul.
That's why he made that sword. To cut down anything that would be corrupted by malevolence.
But I have no qualms about giving this sword to you. If you can learn to use it, it might aid you even more than the spiritual powers.
I'll pass. I already got a sword anyways.
Well said.
So you passed the trial of the spirit as well.
If you don't need it, I'll take it off your hands. We were meant for each other. My blade and I shall cleave the world.
Maltran?
Sorey, look closely!
No way! She's...
A Hellion!
I apologize for ignoring you back then, Seraphim.
So you really could see us?
What do you intend with the sword?
I shall cut down the world, just as Azura wished.
But why?
I should be asking you, why don't you understand how Azura felt? Were we to erase this corrupted, chaotic world and all the humans in it, would that not rid us of malevolence once and for all? That is the clean, elegant logic of my master, the Lord of Calamity.
You're siding with him?
If Alicia knew about this...
How sad she'd be. Boo-hoo.
You've been using Alicia this whole time.
Ironically enough, to start a war, it is most effective to take a starry-eyed pacifist and get them all riled up over something. But now, everything is lined up for an all-out collision between Highland and Rollins. Our sad princess has outlived her usefulness!
This can't be.
Well, this is a fine pickle, isn't it? For a shepherd, I suppose reality is a far crueler trial than anything we could come up with.
Mikleo, Sorey seems off lately.
I think he's worried about Alicia. I wish it were as simple as telling him to stop.
True. I'm not sure there's anything we can do.
I'm worried about Alicia too, Sorey. But she'll be fine.
I agree. In any case, we have the spiritual power.
And Maltran is connected to the Lord of Calamity. If we stay focused on our goal, I'm sure we'll find a solution.
Right.
So the last two trials are Whoosh and Badonk.
Is that supposed to mean wind and earth?
What else would it mean?
Right, silly me.
How could Maltran do this?
There are Hellions in the Rollins imperial family. It isn't all that strange to imagine Hellions amongst the Knights of Highland as well.
A hero in war is a Hellion in life, goes the theory. I guess we have more evidence for that now.
But who would agree with the thoughts of the Lord of Calamity?
It isn't really as strange as you make it sound. Azura himself was a shepherd, as you know.
And he thought the same way.
In order to save the people and to begin anew, he would destroy everything. It's a pitfall that can trap all humans who let malevolence get the best of them.
Yes.
How am I gonna break it to Alicia?
Does she really need to know?
It might be worse for her not to find out at this point.
But Maltran said she no longer had any use for Alicia.
I suppose we ought to believe her. It wouldn't make sense for her to reveal her true self to us otherwise.
Seems to me the biggest issue is she'd been Alicia's rock through all this chaos, right?
Good point. If Alicia finds that out, not only has she lost her one pillar of support, but that pillar's been using her the entire time. She could fall apart.
That might be exactly what Maltran wants.
She's probably thinking she can get the war rolling for good by crushing Alicia's spirit.
What should I do?